Well, I really pulled a real big boo-boo yesterday. I lost my keys, so I took the lock out. But on the 94 Dodge Ram, you can't. I don't know. It has the electronic ignition and the key are one unit pretty much. And to take it apart, you need one of these security type Torx bits. It's a T20. There's a YouTube video of the guy taking his Dodge Ram apart, the lock system, and he claims that it's a T15, but the screws are actually a T20. This cover right here is a T15, but the lock is held in with a T20. Just saying. So if you ever watch the one video that I can only find on these things, he's got it wrong. Unless I use this tape right here so I don't lose the screws. So rather than have the locksmith come out here, I started hacking at this a little bit, but I didn't want to destroy it. As you can see, I started drilling away at the plastic a little bit, but it's held in with, the key lock is held in with this pin right here, and you cannot get the pin out unless you have a key to turn the lock system. Otherwise you have to hack at it, and it's mostly plastic, and the plastic is really old, so it'll probably shatter. But what was I gonna say? I guess you could use a large screwdriver to turn the mechanism, but then you have to have this plugged in, and then shutting the car off and turning it on and moving the shifter becomes this gigantic endeavor. Each and every time you gotta go, and the car ceases to function as a car properly. So what I'm going to do is take this into the locksmith, and well, what they really need is they need the door lock, because the door has, well, there's 7 codes, and they want the key because the key lock has got 5 of the codes, and once you make the key lock, there's just 5 more codes to figure out how to make the correct key for this. That's how they do it. Once they're able to make a key for this, then there's just 5 different types for this lock, supposedly. But to have them come out here is $175. So I'm going to take this in. Actually, I got my daughter's whip. And this is the car that I was in when I lost said keys. And it's not filled with trash like everybody else's car in the family. So yeah, I'm here at the locksmith place, and had a key made for that. Oh, and a second one made. And you know what made it cheaper? This. I smartly took a picture of my key. I also took a picture of my Chevy key, but not one for the minivan. But I took a picture of the key. And with the picture of the key, they were able to make a key. So, if you have a smartphone, most people do, 95% of the population, use your smartphone and take pictures of your keys. And that way, if you take your lock into the locksmith, they don't have to come out to your place, and it doesn't cost as much. Of course, you're doing a great amount of the legwork and the mechanical work, obviously, but you end up saving quite a bit of money. So to have 2 keys made, it's $54, which is a huge savings over what it would have cost to have to come out. Would be almost $200 just for that one vehicle. Whew. So what did we learn today, kids? If you're forgetful, make backups of backups of backups. Okay? I should have made like a copy of the key in the first place, which I didn't. Okay, so that would be the one backup. And if that backup fails, take a picture of your keys before you lose any of them. And yeah, just getting a brand new ignition lock, because the Dodge one is it's the electronic ignition lock, this plastic part right here that plugs in, and the lock cylinder all in one. Yes, the lock cylinder does come out if you have a key to turn it in, but I watched a lot of useless YouTube videos on changing or fixing your lock. Mine has to be by far the most informative. And with that, we'll see you in a minute. Well, now after having a key made successfully, I guess, let's see how well this works. Brand new. So gonna have to put this back in here, obviously, in order to drive it. There are no good YouTube videos on removing and installing these. There's one, and that video is like 6 years old, and it's, in my opinion, is garbage. So basically there's T20 security style torque bit screws that hold it in, and I used this tape here so I wouldn't lose the screws. One more, I think. Well, back in the game again. I just didn't put the cover back on. The steering column. New key. Take pictures of your keys. That's what I did, just like this. Now everybody can make a key to my car. I have a key to the yellow one. A picture of the key to the yellow Chevy, but one little but the guy claims he doesn't have as much experience with that kind of lock.